I ask them for examples. People often struggle to come up with examples of what really they're talking about.
The PBS CEO came out swinging, basically saying she can't make any sense of an argument that we are somehow biased in any way.
When I look at the range of our programmings on public broadcasting, I can't make any sense of an argument that we are somehow biased in any way.
Okay, so a flat denial.
Pretty much.
Well,
which makes the evidence people are pointing to, well, even more interesting to look at.
So let's start there with PBS. What specific things are challenging that claim of, total neutrality?
Okay, so one group, Newsbusters, they monitor media. They reported PBS staff used the label far right 162 times.
162 times. Okay.
Yeah, but then they only use far left 6 times.
6. Wow. That's what is it, 27-to-1 ratio?
That's exactly. 27-to-1. That kind of imbalance in just how things are labeled, well, it definitely makes you pause, doesn't it?
It certainly suggests a framing issue, at the very least. What else?
Well, moving beyond labels to actual content, there was a study looking at gender ideology coverage on PBS NewsHour. It found that over 90% of the airtime on those stories leaned towards leftist viewpoints.
90%. That's not really balanced coverage then, is it?
It's hard to see how it could be with a number like that. It suggests a very specific editorial focus on, quite sensitive topics.
And we've seen specific examples too, right? I remember Yamiche Alcindor when she was at PBS.
Right, the White House correspondent.
Yeah, she described President Trump's Mount Rushmore speech back in 2020, called it promoting white resentment and the myth of America.
That there's really a myth of America.
That's pretty strong framing for a news report.
Definitely. And wasn't there also a PBS-produced movie? Something about a transgender teenager?
Yes, celebrating the teen's changing gender identity. Again, showing a particular focus.
It feels like a pattern.
Well, add to that, PBS aired panels discussing being woke and white privilege.
Okay.
And then, maybe the one that got the most buzz, back in 2021, a kids program on a PBS station.
Oh, I think I remember this.
Yeah, featuring a drag queen named Lil Miss Hot Mess.
Right. For children.
For children. So you take all these examples together for PBS, the labeling, the content focus, the specific shows, it does paint a picture.
A picture that seems to lean pretty heavily in one direction.
That's what critics are arguing, yes.
Okay, so what about NPR? Similar issues being reported there?
Very similar themes, actually. For instance, NPR has promoted gender-affirming care for kids.
Right.
But often the reports note, without really getting into the, irreversible damage that can sometimes happen with the chemical or surgical procedures involved.
So leaving out a pretty crucial part of the story.
That's the concern, that it's not the full picture, which you'd kind of expect from public broadcasting.
Yeah.
It raises questions about, thoroughness.
Who else for NPR?
Language is a big one, too. Remember when NPR apologized for using the term illegal when talking about illegal immigrants?
Ah, right. Opting for different phrasing.
Yeah, which signals a very specific sensitivity, some might say a political choice, in language itself.
And then there's the whole Declaration of Independence thing. That was something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a fascinating example. So in 2021, NPR put out this piece calling the Declaration a document with flaws and deeply ingrained hypocrisies.
Okay, well, historical context is one thing, but...
But then in 2022, they stopped their tradition. They'd always read the Declaration on July 4th.
They stopped doing that?
Stopped it. Decided instead to have a discussion about equality.
Huh. Interesting choice for Independence Day.
And it didn't stop there. They actually put up an editor's note.
About the Declaration.
Yep. Warning readers that the Declaration of Independence contains offensive language.
Offensive language. Wow.